Welcome back to Backspace Academy. In this lecture, I'm going to run through the Simple Notification Service, or SNS for short. I'll run through what exactly is SNS, what are the transport protocols we can use for sending messages with SNS. I'll look at what a message format looks like. I'll look at the mobile push notification service, which allows us to send messages via a push notification to mobile devices. I'll look at the setup for Amazon devices such as Kindle Fire. I'll look at the setup for Apple devices and for Google devices for mobile push notifications. Amazon SNS, it's a messaging service that enables the sending of messages up to 256K to subscribing endpoints or clients. The topic name for an SNS topic is unique, and it describes the endpoint for publishers to post messages to. Subscribers subscribe to a topic name, and then the subscriber access to topics is determined through an SNS policy. So on that diagram there, we can see that a publisher can publish to an SNS topic, whatever that message may be, and they can do that through the console, through one of the software development kits, or through the command line interface. And that SNS topic will then distribute it to a HTTP endpoint or an email, or it will go to an SQSQ or AWS Lambda function. It can go to an SMS to a phone number, and it can also go to as a mobile push notification to a mobile device. The transport protocols available for Amazon SNS messages are HTTP or HTTPS. So subscribers can specify a URL as part of their subscription registration, and then those notifications from SNS that they have subscribed to will be delivered via a HTTP post call to the specified URL. The next one is email or email JSON. Messages are sent to a registered address as an email. Email JSON are sent as a JSON object, while email is sent as a text-based email. SQS users can specify an SQS standard queue as the input. Unfortunately, FIFO queues are currently not supported for that. And we have SMS. Messages are sent to registered phone numbers as SMS text messages. And that service is not available in every country, of course, because not all of those phone numbers will be available across the whole entire globe. The message format for the transport of messages. With email, the transport only contains the payload or the message body, but for the others, which includes HTTP, HTTPS, email JSON and SQS transport protocols, it includes the message ID, which is a universally unique identifier that is unique for each notification that gets published. It'll have a timestamp. It'll have the topic ARN, which is a topic to which the message was published to, the SNS topic. It'll have the type, and it'll have an unsubscribe URL, which is a link to an unsubscribe endpoint to prevent receiving any further notifications. It'll of course have the message or the payload of the body, and it'll have a subject field if one was included. It is an optional parameter. And it'll have a signature, which is a base 64 encoded SHA-1 with RSA signature. And that is of the message ID, the subject, if it's present, the type, timestamp, and topic values. And signature version, which will be the version of the Amazon SNS signature that was used. SNS mobile push notifications allow the SNS service to deliver messages directly to mobile devices as a mobile push notification. So the high level steps around it, and you really need to know just the high level steps around this. For an associate level certification, you're not going to need to be very much an expert in this area. So the first step is to request credentials from the mobile platform, and then request a token from the mobile platforms. So with ADM or the Amazon or Google, you get a registration ID, and from Apple you will get a device token. From there you can create an SNS platform application object, and then you create an SNS platform endpoint object, and then you publish SNS messages to the mobile endpoint. The Amazon device messaging steps: first you need to create a Kindle Fire app with the ADM service enabled. From there you can obtain a client ID and a client secret, and then you can obtain an API key, and from there you can obtain a registration ID. So once you have that registration ID, you can then use that with the mobile push notification service to enable push notifications to ADM, and that will send messages through to the ADM server, and those messages will then be forwarded on to subscribing ADM clients. The Apple push notification service steps are a little bit more complicated. First, you need to create an iOS app. You then need to obtain an APNS SSL certificate. You then need to obtain the app private key, and then you need to verify the certificate and the app private key. And from there you can obtain a device token, and from there you use that again with the SNS mobile push notification, which will then allow SNS to send messages through to the APNS service and then on to subscribing mobile devices. For Google Cloud Messaging for Android, you first create a Google API project and then enable the GCM service, and then you obtain a server API key and then obtain a registration ID from GCM, which you then again use with SNS mobile push notification to forward messages through to Google Cloud Messaging and then on to subscribing mobile devices. So that is it for SNS, or Simple Notification Service. I'll look forward to seeing you in future lessons.